up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the fades. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion left goes Jones. Rodgers going to come out throwing. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Oh, they just set the tone right there. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. Well, they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Moore, the man in motion. From the 22, Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
On the return, Johnson. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Jones now in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Hey, 626! 630! Back north! Yeah!
In motion left goes Jones. Rodgers to throw once more.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He's got his man, Thornton. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play fake. Murray. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way
and it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. 15 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he carries it over. Here's his first in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. Following
the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones now in motion left. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Omaha. Biggest.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
No problem there on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray now.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
send Brown in motion right. Murray sets to throw on fourth. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Murray again. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. Completed out left to Dobbs. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. This is brought in at the 21.
A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, this is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Murray now on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Zach Ertz has it complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, 36 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Mark Andrews, 33 yards. And the Cardinals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this to Thornton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Throwing is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You got to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this, in Miami.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here,
this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back on. 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Out left and complete to Thornton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle.
And now here's another interception. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Moore, the man in motion. 1st down, Murray out to his left. And he'll get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air. I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Go, go, go.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
50. Hey, 88. Right now. You got 58.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That passing incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Moore, the man in motion. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.